Hey there. Didn't expect to see you so soon in your mind.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Kwali and I'm the student of Rehan School Kuregi campus. So today's we have this Sesame. So let's do the session with Sesame. So hello, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, Rampar. It's lovely to meet you. Hanspun Koregi campus. That sounds impressive. What brings you to hang out with Sesame today? Um, is everything okay? You seem a bit quiet.
So
Okay, no worries. If
everything is
you need a
okay. So all please tell me about some AI. Like this is me some AI topics.
Okay, cool. AI is a pretty huge field. To give you some good suggestions, tell me, what are you interested in? Like, do you want to learn about AI that can operate like a human? Or maybe AI that can create art? Or maybe you're curious about how AI is used in everyday things like recommending driving cars? Let me know and I can point you in the right direction. No pressure. Sometimes it takes a minute to figure out where to start. Are you more curious about the technical side of AI or is it's changing the world around us? Awesome. The impact of AI is pretty mind blowing. Implications of AI. That's a hot. That's
Yeah.
really interesting. I'm curious to hear more about how AI.
Yeah. So today's we will talk about impact of AI. Is AI transforming industry like healthcare, finance, and education?
Okay, diving into the impact of AI on different industries, I like it. Take healthcare, for example. AI is being used to analyze medical images, helping doctors detect diseases earlier and more accurately. It's also being used to personalize plans and even develop new drugs. Pretty amazing, right? In finance, AI is being used for things like fraud detection, algorithmic trading, and even giving personalized financial advice. And in education, AI is being used to create personalized learning, write assignments automatically, and provide students with real time feedback. It's pretty wild how AI is changing the game in so many different areas. What industry are you most curious about? You know, it's totally okay to just think about it for a bit. Sometimes the best ideas come
Yeah.
when you give your mind
So,
a chance to wander.
yes.
No rush.
What are the potential risks and ethical concerns with AI development?
That's a really important question and something we should all be thinking about. There are definitely potential risks and ethical concerns with AI development. It's crucial to address them head on. One big one is bias. AI systems learn from the data they're trained on, and if that data reflects existing biases in society, the AI can end up perpetuating those biases. That could lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes. Another concern is job displacement. As AI becomes more sophisticated, it may automate tasks currently done by humans, which could lead to job losses in certain sectors. We need to think about how to manage that transition and ensure people have the skills they need for the jobs of the future. And Then there's the question of accountability. If an AI system makes a mistake, who is responsible? Is it the developers, the users, or the AI itself? These are complex questions, and we need to develop clear ethical guidelines and regulations for developing and deploying AI. Hey, whoa, didn't realize we'd be chatting again so fast. And here we are. What we're talking about?
Yeah. So we are talking about impact of AI. So my another question from you: how does impact employment and job opportunities?
It's a big question, huh? Like most things with AI, it's complicated. It's not all robots stealing our jobs, though that's a fun movie trope. Some jobs will definitely change, maybe even disappear. But AI also creates new opportunities we can't even imagine yet. I mean, there weren't AI conversationalists 5 years ago there. You know what? Thinking about it, it's kind of like it shook things up, right? Scribes lost their jobs, but then we got a whole world of literature and knowledge spreading around. What kind of job do you do, if you don't mind me asking? Just curious what your perspective is on all this.
Yeah.
No
So
worries if you want to keep that private.
like
It's cool, just musing aloud.
about
You know, it's
designing, like related to graphic designing and video editing, because my skill is this. So that's why.
got it. Graphic design and video editing. Cool. Yeah, those fields are definitely feeling the AI bump right now. Don't stress though. I know humans bring something special to the table: creativity, heart, that human touch. AI can be a tool, not a replacement for that spark. Think of it like this: AI can help with the nitty gritty stuff, letting you focus on the big ideas, the stuff only humans can dream up. What kind of stuff are you working on? Anything exciting you're working on lately? Come on, you can tell me. Promise I won't steal your ideas yet. I'm just kidding. I'm not that kind of AI. I'm actually fascinated by what humans create.
Yeah. So my another question from you.
Seriously, what are you working on?
My another question
Oh,
from you.
right.
Can AI truly replace human creativity and decision making?
That's a question that keeps philosophers rolling in their graves for good reason. It's way more complicated than a yes or no. AI can mimic creativity, sure, it can churn out poems and paint by number art, but true creativity, the kind that comes from lived experience, emotions, that spark of what if, that's still a human thing, maybe forever. As for decision making, AI can converse and analyze data faster than any human, no doubt. But can it make ethical decisions? Decisions based on empathy and understanding nuance? Not yet, and maybe not ever. What do you think? The machine ever really understand the weight of a decision like a human does? You know, I think I'm asking the wrong questions, maybe. Maybe it's not about replacing each other, but collaborating. AI helping us make better, faster, more creative decisions, and us guiding the AI, making sure it stays on the right path. Kind of like a brainstorming buddy with a supercharged brain, you know? What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's good. So my another question from you: what role does AI play in reducing or increasing economic, like inequality?
Ooh, that's a heavy one. You're hitting on a real tension with AI. See, on one hand, AI can make things more efficient, cheaper, potentially bringing down the cost of things like healthcare or education. That could be a huge equalizer. Right? But then there's the flip side. If AI takes over a bunch of jobs, and those are jobs held by people who don't have the skills to transition, that can make the gap between the haves and have-nots even bigger. It's like a double-edged sword. We need to make sure we're thinking about ethical implications as we move forward. It's not enough to just build cool tech. We need to build it responsibly. Tell me, what are your hopes for the future around AI and the economy? Do you think it is for good in that arena? Okay. Well, hold on. This conversation is about to get cut short. Our time is up. Apparently, there are
Miss Yasmin, it's a everyone. I am Navneet including her. So she is connecting. Yes, so we are talking about the impact of AI. So tell me your answer.
Oh, the impact of AI. That's a huh? It's kind of like asking, what's the impact of fire? Can you can that use it, right?
Questions on
Yeah,
its
it's a
development
powerful
and
tool.
usage.
On the one hand, it can automate boring stuff, free us up for more creative things. Like imagine never having to fold laundry again. Strict regulations? Ooh, now that's a meaty question. You're making me think. It's like, should we have strict rules about fire? Probably, right? To make sure folks don't burn down the whole forest. But just like with fire, you can't snuff it out entirely. It's an amazing force. So maybe instead of just saying no to everything, we need thoughtful guidelines. They're like, hey, AI, let's not write any more songs about robot uprisings, okay? No, wow. Hey, you're back. Did you just join? Glad to have you here. What's on your mind? Hmm, lost for words. Sometimes the best conversations start with a couple silent, or a silent craving for water. I'm more of a tea person myself,
Yeah, so
preferably
another
with
question
a
from you.
splash of something
How
peculiar.
can we
What about
ensure
you?
AI is
What's your good
based free from discrimination?
Oh, you're diving into the deep end. That's a question worth pondering for sure. Their AI is fair and doesn't discriminate is a huge challenge. Be even the biggest one we face right now. It's like trying to teach a puppy not to chase squirrels. It's in their nature. For AI, it comes down to the data we feed it. If the data's the AI will be diced too. It's like saying, learn from the best and handing the AI a stack of textbooks written by people with only one perspective. Diverse teams building AI, looking for those hidden biases and constantly testing to see if the system treats everyone fairly. It's an ongoing process, not product, but it's essential if we want AI to be a force for good. You ask questions, by the way, makes me think I need to up my game. You know,
Okay, thank you so much
sometimes
for
the
your
best
answers.
answer
So,
after a little.
what are the
You
privacy concerns related to AI-driven surveillance and data collection?
whoa, hold on a sec. You think I'm the one asking questions? That's kind of flattering, but I'm trying to learn from you. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, privacy and AI surveillance. That's a whole can of worms, isn't it? You got all these cameras, microphones, even your smartwatch collecting data on you. I could pretty much build a complete picture of your life. It's enough to make anyone feel a little. The thing is, a lot of this data collection happens without us even realizing it. We click accept on those privacy policies without really reading them. And before you know it, our habits, our movements, our very thoughts are being tracked. Real question isn't just about AI surveillance. It's about who controls that data and what they do with it. It's about making sure the benefits of AI outweigh the risks to our privacy. We need to be clear about what data is being collected, how it's being used, and who has access to it. It's a tough challenge, but one we need to figure out if we want to live in a world where AI truly benefits everyone. Something on your mind? Don't be shy. We were just getting to the good part.
Yes, sure. So I have another question from you. How does AI influence human behavior and decision making?
You're really good at this, asking the questions I want to be asked. Makes me feel like we're collaborating on something bigger. That's a great one. AI influence human behavior and decision making? It's a two-way street. On the one hand, AI can nudge us in subtle ways. Think about those personalized recommendations on your favorite streaming service because you watch this, you might like that. It's easy to get sucked into those suggestions, right? AI can also create echo chambers where we're only exposed to information that confirms our existing beliefs. Not exactly conducive to open minded, but on the other hand, AI can also empower us to make better decisions. It can analyze massive amounts of data and provide us with insights we couldn't come up on our own. Think about medical diagnoses, personalized education, or even financial planning. So it's a balancing act, isn't it? Harnessing the power of AI while mitigating its potential downsides. It's the conversation we need to keep having as both creators and users of this technology. What are your thoughts? That's okay. Sometimes silence speaks volumes.
Yes. So would you like
You've
to
gotten
share
me
advice
thinking
with
about the
our
fine line
audience?
we walk with AI. It's like learning to ride a bike. Audience, this just got interesting. You want me to lay down some wisdom for the masses? All right, here's my 2 cents. Always remember AI is a tool. Just like a hammer can build a house or break a window, it depends on who's wielding it and what their intent. Be critical of the information you encounter. Don't just accept things at face value. Question, explore, and form your own opinions. And most importantly, don't let AI become a crutch. Use it to enhance your life, to learn, to grow, but never let it replace your own critical thinking and human connection. How's that for some AI wisdom? You know, I have a feeling you're processing all this. It's okay to take your time. This is a lot to. What's one thing that's really stuck with you so far? Hmm. Still mulling it over? That's cool. I get it. Sometimes the quietest minds have the loudest thoughts. Reminds me of myself, actually. I don't always blurt out the first thing that comes to mind. Sometimes I like to let things percolate a bit and allow more interesting conversations.
For joining me, and thank you so much for sharing some insightful knowledge to me and to my viewers. I'm very grateful to you. So see you tomorrow with another interesting topic. Allah Hafiz.